Have you ever stood at the edge of a breathtaking cliff, a roaring waterfall, or an open expanse of highway, holding a tiny device that weighs less than an apple, only to realize that everything you thought you knew about aerial cinematography is about to become completely obsolete? Right now, sitting behind closed doors in secretive development labs, DJI is engineering a piece of technology that is going to completely alter the creator economy, and if you are paying attention to the trajectory of modern content creation, you already know that what comes next changes the rules of the game forever. We are looking directly at the horizon of the DJI Neo 3, a device that isn't just an incremental update or a minor spec bump, but a massive, paradigm-shifting leap forward that is forcing every single vlogger, filmmaker, and solo creator on the internet to rethink how they capture their world. For months, whispers, early engineering logs, and prototype blueprints have been circulating through the tech community, pointing toward a reality that most people aren't fully prepared for. If you think the previous generation of palm-launchable, ultra-compact selfie drones pushed the boundaries of what was physically possible, you are entirely unprepared for the sheer scale of innovation that is being packed into this new chassis. Today, we are diving deep into the unreleased, highly anticipated DJI Neo 3, breaking down the rumors, analyzing the engineering realities, and uncovering why this specific piece of hardware is about to spark a massive revolution across YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. To truly understand why the tech world is buzzing with relentless speculation about the Neo 3, we have to look closely at how content creation has evolved over the past few years. Audiences today have an almost supernatural radar for boring, static, low-effort footage. The moment a video drags, the moment a shot looks flat, or the moment a creator relies on a standard tripod angle for too long, viewers scroll away. Retention is king, and the creators who are winning millions of views are the ones who can deliver dynamic, cinematic, sweeping perspectives without needing an entire crew, a massive budget, or a technical degree in flight navigation. The original concept of an ultra-lightweight, autonomous, pocket-sized drone that could lift off straight from the palm of your hand completely shattered the barrier to entry. It meant that anyone, from a solo travel vlogger walking down the bustling streets of New York City to a lifestyle creator documenting a quiet weekend in the mountains, could achieve sweeping cinematic tracking shots with zero friction. But as brilliant as those early iterations were, creators always wanted more. They wanted better low-performance capability, sharper dynamic range, longer flight times that didn't leave you stranded mid-vlog, and intelligent tracking systems that could keep up with high-speed action without missing a single frame. That exact demand is the birthplace of the DJI Neo 3. Let us address the elephant in the room right away. The engineering challenges of shrinking high-end aerial hardware into a sub-200-gram body are monumental. Physics dictates that when you make a device smaller, you sacrifice battery capacity, thermal dissipation, and sensor real estate. Yet, DJI has repeatedly proven that they operate by a completely different set of rules. Industry insiders tracking supply chain movements and regulatory filings indicate that the engineering team behind the Neo series has been heavily focused on solving the exact pain points that frustrated advanced users in the past. We are talking about major architectural shifts in how power is distributed, how motors achieve higher efficiency under heavy wind resistance, and how image processing handles high-contrast environments without blowing out the highlights or crushing the shadows. Imagine walking through a sunlit forest where bright shafts of light pierce through a dark canopy. Traditionally, a small sensor drone would either leave you with completely white skies or pitch-black trees. Early leaks suggest that the Neo 3 is tackling this exact limitation head-on by integrating advanced multi-exposure processing architectures directly into a redesigned, highly optimized sensor pipeline. This means that even in the most unforgiving lighting conditions, your footage maintains that rich, cinematic, professional-grade look that separates top-tier channels from everyone else. Let's talk about the sensor in the glass, because for any serious visual creator, this is where the conversation gets genuinely exciting. Rumors pointing toward the optical configuration of the Neo 3 suggest a significant push toward maximizing pixel clarity and light-gathering capability. While past pocket drones relied on standard mobile-class sensors that struggled the moment the sun dipped below the horizon, engineering blueprints hint at a larger pixel pitch and improved color science profiles, potentially paving the way for enhanced 10-bit color recording capabilities. Think about what 10-bit color means for your editing workflow: billions of possible color shades, smoother gradients in skies and sunsets, and the flexibility to grade your footage in post-production to match your primary cinema cameras or mirrorless setups. No more washed-out, digital-looking clips that scream amateur hour. When you pull the Neo 3 out of your pocket, launch it with a simple gesture, and watch it lock onto you with pinpoint precision, the resulting footage will possess a depth and clarity that makes viewers stop scrolling mid-sentence. Coupled with advanced digital stabilization algorithms that iron out even the most violent mechanical shakes or wind buffeting, the visual output is expected to blur the line completely between what was shot on a multi-thousand-dollar professional rig and what was captured by an autonomous device that fits in the palm of your hand. Now, let's talk about autonomy and tracking, because this is where the DJI Neo 3 is rumored to completely separate itself from the competition. In the world of faceless video creation, travel vlogging, and action sports, your drone isn't just a camera, it's practically an independent camera operator flying right beside you. If an autonomous tracking drone loses you the moment you step behind a tree, duck under a bridge, or move at a rapid pace, it becomes a liability rather than a creative asset. Whispers from developer communities testing early software builds indicate that the tracking algorithms on the Neo 3 have undergone a complete rewrite, utilizing advanced machine learning models running on more powerful onboard chips. This means predictive trajectory mapping. Instead of just reacting to where you are right now, the drone anticipates where you are going to be a second from now. If you burst into a sprint, make a sharp turn on a mountain bike, or pivot quickly while walking through a crowded urban center, the Neo 3 is engineered to maintain its locked trajectory smoothly and intelligently. Furthermore, the integration of upgraded obstacle detection sensors means you no longer have to live in constant fear of your investment flying straight into a branch, a wall, or a power line. The device is designed to map its environment in real time, creating a protective spatial bubble that ensures safe navigation even in complex, cluttered spaces. Transmission reliability is another critical battlefield where inches mean everything and milliseconds define success. If you are operating a drone in a dense urban environment filled with Wi-Fi interference, concrete structures, and electronic noise, a dropped signal isn't just annoying, it can lead to a lost device. The inclusion of next-generation transmission protocols akin to DJI's renowned O4 transmission technology in a micro-form factor drone would be nothing short of a massive technical triumph. We are talking about rock-solid, ultra-low latency video feeds beamed straight to your controller, smartphone, or viewing goggles, allowing you to fly with total confidence even when operating at extended distances or around complex visual obstructions. Imagine standing on a ridge, sending your drone out over a vast canyon, and experiencing a crystal-clear, stutter-free live view on your screen as if you were sitting right in the pilot's seat. That level of reliability changes how creators storyboard their videos, opening up epic, sweeping narrative sequences that were previously too risky or technically demanding to attempt with entry-level gear. Battery life has always been the ultimate Achilles heel of ultra-lightweight drones. When your aircraft weighs next to nothing, every single gram of lithium battery chemistry counts, forcing engineers into a brutal balancing act between flight endurance and regulatory weight classifications. Historically, pilots of micro-drones became accustomed to quick 12 to 15 minute flights, requiring a pocket full of spare batteries and a disciplined approach to shooting schedules. However, leaked technical specifications and energy density optimization reports for the Neo 3 point toward notable efficiency gains across the board. By pairing more power-efficient flight controllers with redesigned aerodynamic propeller blades and higher-density cell structures, DJI is pushing the flight time envelope further than ever before in this class. While no battery technology defies the laws of thermodynamics entirely, squeezing those crucial extra minutes of airtime out of the chassis means fewer battery swaps, less downtime on location, and a vastly smoother production workflow when you are trying to capture the golden hour light before it fades away completely. Let's look at the broader ecosystem and what the release of a device like the Neo 3 means for the future of digital content creation. We are living through an era where the barrier to entry for high-end video production has effectively collapsed, but the competition for viewer attention has never been more cutthroat. Anyone can buy a camera, but not everyone can capture angles that make a viewer's jaw drop. When a video opens with a breathtaking, sweeping overhead tracking shot that glides effortlessly over the creator before seamlessly transitioning into a tight, stabilized follow sequence, the audience is hooked within the first 3 seconds. That psychological hook is everything on platforms like YouTube. Viewers don't stay because a video is long, they stay because every single shot gives their brain a new visual stimulus, eliminating the urge to click away. The DJI Neo 3 is custom built to be the ultimate weapon for creators who understand this pacing. It removes the friction of traditional drone operation, no complicated pre-flight calibrations, no bulky cases, no intimidating setups, and replaces it with pure, instant, creative execution. You see a shot, you launch the drone, you capture the magic, and you move on with your story. Of course, looking at the wider landscape of 2026 hardware releases, the drone market is more diverse and fiercely contested than it has ever been. Competitors are constantly pushing out alternative solutions, from specialized FPV hybrids to lightweight manual flyers, attempting to capture the hearts and minds of creators. Yet, DJI's undeniable dominance stems from its relentless refinement of the user experience. They don't just throw raw specifications onto a spec sheet, they focus on how the hardware actually feels in the hand, how intuitive the software application is, and how seamlessly the footage translates from the SD card directly into an editing timeline. The Neo 3 represents the culmination of years of consumer feedback, engineering refinement, and software evolution. It takes everything that made its predecessors popular and supercharges it with the capabilities that modern prosumer creators are demanding. Whether you are a solo traveler documenting off-the-grid adventures, a tech reviewer showcasing outdoor hardware, or a lifestyle vlogger capturing everyday moments with cinematic flair, this device is positioned to become an indispensable tool in your kit.